It's party time!
There would have been very few people who'd ever heard the name Jim Carrey. But by the end of the year, there'd be very few who hadn't. The rubber-faced clown with a weird laugh and more facial expressions than you'd believe possible has burst onto the cinema screens of the world with a massive bang and a blaze of colour and smoke. TV audiences first met Jim in the situation comedy In Living Colour. But it wasn't until the surprise comedy hit Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, that Jim really came to the attention of the world's filmmakers and cinema goers.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. He's the best there is.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Pet Detective.
Actually, he's the only one there is.
You really love animals, don't you?
If it gets cold enough.
Now, the mascot of the Miami Dolphins has been kidnapped.
Oh, righty then.
And he's on the case of a lifetime.
Listen, Pet Dick, how would you like me to make your life a living hell?
Well, I'm not really ready for a relationship, Lois.
This quiet little movie about a man who really did love animals blitzed the box office and took $75 million in the United States. A staggering sum for a quirky offbeat comedy from independent studio Morgan Creek.
There's no place he won't go.
Captain's log, stardate 23.9.
Ace, get out of the tank.
I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power.
Nothing he won't do. And no one he can't handle.
Hey!
If you do anything to embarrass me in front of camp.
What? Like this?
Hi, Captain Steubing.
Jim's incredible range of flexible facial distortions won him the role of the comic book character, The Mask.
This is the story of Stanley Ipkiss.
Stanley, you are the nicest guy. Really, you are.
Yeah. His job is at the bank.
You're 40 minutes late. Now, that's the same as stealing.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dickey. It'll never happen again.
He loves his dog.
Come on, Ron. Give him to me. Drop it.
He's polite to his landlord.
Ipkiss, do you have any idea what time it is?
You know, Mrs. Penman?
What? Nothing.
And the most exciting thing in his life are his pajamas. But now...
Hey, you! What are you doing down there? I'm just looking for my mask.
all that is about to change. Because Stanley Ipkiss is not the man he used to be.
Smoking!
Okay, here we go. Hold it. Action, Jim. They call me Cuban Pete.
New Line Cinema presents Jim Carrey as the Mask.
Maracas, I go chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom. Snap out of it!
Stanley finds this mask with a curse on it, and the curse is basically that when you put it on, it changes you into the alter ego and Hyde story.
With these powers, I could be
A superhero! This thing has a life of its own!
What happens to Stanley is he becomes this love-crazed, wild, Fred Astaire character that's just unstoppable.
Somebody stop me!
He becomes the guy who has all the answers or who can never be hurt. He's impenetrable, and I mean, he's just, you know, he's the guy that everybody would love to be when they're faced with a situation or when, you know, somebody's going, "You got a problem, man?" You know, that kind of thing, or whatever. He's...
In her first major motion picture role, Cameron Diaz is the dazzling Tina Carlisle.
She's this hot singer, but she's under the thumb of the mob. And I rescue her.
She's sort of the glamorous gal with the gangster boyfriend.
I want this place cleared now!
She kind of noticed when she sees him again that he's kind of cute, and he really believes in her. He really says things that make sense to her. And so she begins to feel for him. She begins to feel for him because he makes her feel her real feelings that she hasn't felt in so long.
This film was to be a real special effects showcase, and the preparations began long before the real shooting started, with lengthy and elaborate makeup tests, costume tests, and camera tests.
Director Charles Russell, who brought us A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, wrote The Mask based on one of his favorite cartoon characters.
Things I wrote aren't able to be done in the physical world. The real magic of a man becoming sort of a human Looney Tune can only be done through computer graphics.
All right, bring it in.
For many of the most eye-boggling special effects, Jim was required to perform as if the special effects were actually happening on the spot. Later, the technical experts and computer animators using the very latest computer-assisted technology. This technique was pioneered years ago and was taken up a level in the feature film Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But for The Mask, New Line Cinema, working with 2 Academy Award-winning teams from Industrial Light and Magic, has taken the concept of combining real footage with animation and not only raised it to new heights, but refined the technique in such a way that the line between reality and fantasy is for the first time totally and effectively blurred, creating special effects which have never before been seen. When you're watching this film, your eyes tell you that the Mask's eyes really are popping out. His heart really is pumping furiously, and his jaw really has hit the table.
6 months ago, this wasn't possible.
This shot took about 4 weeks or more to complete.
There isn't exactly a name for what they're doing.
Jim Carrey can take it so far, and then ILM can take it just a little bit further.
I can grow a beard. Watch.
To life, you become some sort of love-crazy wild man.
I want him here tomorrow, alive.
Now, you have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Do ya, punks?
The future looks even brighter for Jim Carrey. Rumour has it that in June, Jim will star as the Riddler in Batman Forever. But we'll see Jim again in March, starring in the hysterical new comedy Dumb and Dumber, along with Jeff Daniels. Here's a sneak preview.
What are we gonna do?
I got an idea.
Dumb, a person lacking mental power.
What's her last name? I'll look it up.
Starts with an S. Slappy.
No, Swappy. Maybe it's on the briefcase. Look on the... Oh, yeah! It's right here. Samsonite. I was way off.
Idiot, an adult mentally inferior to a child of 3.
Skis, huh?
That's right.
The yours?
Uh-huh.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Cool.
Stupid, a person below normal intelligence.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
If they each had half a brain, they'd still only have half a brain.
Oh, look, Frost. Hold on.
Jim Carrey,
Hold that plane! Sir, you can't go in there. It's okay. I'm the limo driver.
Jeff Daniels,
Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah. He must work out.
Dumb and Dumber. For these guys, every day is a no-brainer. Jim Carrey is
That's the guy.
Hello.
The Mask.
Ooh, somebody stop me.
The audience will be in for a few surprises.
It's an action movie.
Comedy.
It's a love story.
Romantic.
It's animated.
It's action-packed.
Incredible special effects.
It's everything.
I love the way it ends up. I just can't tell you. Damn, I want to tell you.